Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to review this new toy I got, Harbor Freight digital calipers. And after I killed my last calipers from Aldi's, I figured I should get something new. I saw this, and they have a couple different kinds. They have a few digital ones, and they also have dial calipers. And the reason I picked out these ones is because you can also do fractional readings. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to do an unboxing and then kind of do a little test and review of it. Comes in a great little carrying case. Instead of faux wood like the Aldi's one, this one is faux leather, although it's even less convincing than the Aldi's ones. Oh, upside down. There we go. Comes with a much shorter little user manual, battery. Wear ANSI-approved safety goggles during use. So watch out, this thing might jump out and attack your eyes. Let's see. Do not operate while you're tired or under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Yeah, if you're drunk while using this, it might just drive right off the road, so be careful of that. So it gives you some information on measuring outside an object, inside an object, measuring depth, measuring steps, replacing the battery, all that good stuff. This is a heck of a lot less professional than the Aldi's manual, but I guess this stuff is probably made in China, whereas at least the manual for the Aldi's one was made in Germany. Slides fairly smoothly. All the edges are like really sharp. You can tell like this was just freshly ground and then they didn't bother to break the edges at all. So I think what I'm going to do is just grab a piece of light sandpaper and not break like the measuring edges or anything, but just these edges where I'm actually going to be touching it. It is important when you're woodworking to be comfortable. So you don't want to be handling anything on a regular basis that's going to scar you, rip up your hands, or just generally feel uncomfortable. Why not take a little extra time and break these edges, make it pleasant to the touch. They didn't bother to do this at the factory, but you can do it in the comfort of your own home. There we go. That already feels quite a bit nicer. Does seem to be pretty accurate, at least to getting back to 0. Has some little adjustment screws in the top so you can make it less wobbly, but this is pretty tight. It's got this little knobby for locking it in place. Seems to hold it pretty good. Switches between inches and millimeters, inches in decimals, and inches in fractions, that's kind of cool. And it seems to go down to the 128th. So, well, this is pretty handy actually. I mean, obviously you know the decimals for some, like you know the decimals for 3/4 here. But it's kind of like, what's the decimal for 5/8? I don't know offhand. So makes it easy, you can use that instead. I think that'll be kind of nice to have the fraction option. Battery compartment opens up really easy, and the battery is pretty easy to, well, first time it was, pretty easy to pop out. Which is nice because one common complaint I've heard about this caliper when I've seen reviews on the Harbor Freight website is that it goes through batteries really fast. So I guess when it's off, it's not completely off, it's still taking a charge. And one solution is if you don't use it very often, just pop that battery out. And actually, I put her back in and she's right back at 0. So it does seem to remember its place pretty well. Slide that back in there. It also has this little data port on top, which I guess a lot of people have used for a lot of different electronics projects. That's a little too fancy for me, but if you're into that sort of thing, have at her. A little precision wheel for moving in exact amounts. Works pretty well. I mean, actually, I'm really pretty happy with the way that this thing slides. It's better than the Aldi's one was. It doesn't look quite as nice. This gray kind of crappy looking plastic doesn't look the greatest, although it does feel pretty tough and durable. I'm kind of wondering if they're made by the same manufacturer or if they buy some of the parts from the same place, because this strip here looks the same as the one from, let me grab the Aldi's one. I don't know if you can, yeah, if you look at that, the font is exactly the same. I mean, everything about it, the amount of shininess it has, everything looks exactly the same. So it could be that just the electronics portion is different, or maybe they buy these strips from the same place. It doesn't feel exactly the same, and like I said before, the Harbor Freight one is like all sharp corners. Well, you can even see like that, like this corner here on the Aldi's one is more rounded off than this corner is. So they took a little bit more time and attention, but yeah, this one does not slide quite as well as the this one just feels more accurate when you're sliding it too. It doesn't have any weeble wobble, and of course you can correct that with those little holes, but really it's pretty nice right out of the gate. Okay, so let's I got a couple drill bits here of various sizes, so let's measure them. Let's zero this thing out. Let's see, should be 0.125. Here, try that again. There we go. Is that what it's supposed to be? 1/8. Let's try it in fractions. There we go. 1/8. Right on the dot. Nice. Let's try this quarter here. 1/4. Let's try it in decimals. Makes you wonder how accurate these drill bits are. It seems to be undersized by about 2 or 3/100ths, which I guess is no big deal in woodworking. Fractions beat 1/4. Yeah, I wonder what the rounding is. I suppose a 128th is the closest, so that's what it's. So it seems to be accurate within 128th. So that's pretty good. Let's try the 1/2 incher now. Fraction says 1/2 inch. And in decimals, yeah, It's about 0.02 off, shy of where it's supposed to be, so pretty good. Of course, I don't know that these are exactly the right sizes anyway. So I did read online that coins are very exactly sized. So maybe I'll go grab some coins and we can try to compare that. I googled coin sizes and I got this website, Maryland Metrics, which has a chart. It says using USA coin measures as emergency measurement tools. So not ideal, but can work in a pinch. And I'm certainly not going to go out and buy some fancy measurement tools that I'm only going to use never because I'm not a machinist or anything. So according to this chart, a penny has a diameter of 0.75 inches, so exactly 3/4 of an inch. And that is pretty darn close, within 15 thou. That's pretty good. Ooh, right on the money. Great. Thickness, I only list that in millimeters. So, oops. Try the thickness here. It says 1.55 millimeters. And 1.46 is what I'm getting. So it's within about 1/10. Yeah, not too close. Let's try this nickel. This one is supposed to be 0.8. Let's see, 21.21 millimeters. There we go. So it's within 0.03 of a millimeter. It's not bad. So based on my initial impressions, I think this is going to be a pretty nice tool. And the biggest advantage for me over the Aldi's one, besides the fact that I broke it, it's still going nuts and showing different measurements all the time here. Besides the fact that it's not broken, you can take it back if there's something wrong with it. They got a 90-day return warranty, so I can take it back. And actually, I think this falls under the hand tools thing where they have a lifetime warranty. Maybe not. Doesn't say anything about that. So it's kind of hard to tell if this thing is going to be good over time, so I'll let you guys know if I have any problems with it as time goes by. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. Take care.